Ciao a tutti ragazzi, io sono Sara e benvenuti in questo nuovo video. Continuiamo la storia dei pilastri della terra, terzo episodio. Praticamente in quello precedente eravamo rimasti con Philip in giro per il priorato. Lo avevamo lasciato appunto a fare delle investigazioni, a comunque cercare di ottenere delle informazioni per conto del fratello Francis riguardo un messaggero cavaliere scomparso. Siamo riusciti, chiedendo in giro a vari novizi ed anche a Milius e a Cuthbert in cucina, vi ricordate, a scoprire che un povero messaggero era stato sepolto nel cimitero. E appunto nell'ultimo episodio eravamo arrivati a quel punto lì. Ora continuiamo l'investigazione. Quindi scopre di più sul cavaliere appunto scomparso. Siamo nel cimitero, avevamo provato a parlare con questi due, ma non abbiamo scoperto molto e ci hanno consigliato di andare di nuovo in cucina, quindi andiamo di nuovo in cucina e direi di approfittarne anche per consegnare le noci che avevamo trovato nel sentiero vicino al capanno del pedaggio per darle appunto al cuoco, a Milius, che le cercava, se non ricordo male. Tra l'altro ho appena capito che se io schiaccio più volte quadrato mi dà più informazioni. Io l'altra volta schiacciavo solo una volta. Ok, andiamo. Allora, direi per prima cosa però gli darei le noci. Così.
I found some beech nuts.
Ah, we will grow a beech tree then.
Wonderful.
If we ever get round to starting the garden.
I'm sure you will.
Ok, poi parliamo.
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What
Un po'
can I
con
do for you,
Milius.
brother Philip?
Andava sul cavaliere.
Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any
No, ma
knights
questo l'avevamo
visiting
già chiesto, mi pare. Eh sì, esatto. Niente,
You
questo
look
non
like
mi
you
può
have
dare
something important
nient'altro
to do.
di informazione.
I'll be here if you need me.
Ok, niente. Ma mi sa neanche... no. Proviamo a vedere così.
Has there been a knight to Kingsbridge recently?
No, stessa cosa.
Milius, wasn't there a poor soul found dead before Christmas?
Che questa è stessa cosa.
I don't
abbiamo
know
già
if he
detto.
was a knight.
He was put to rest in the cemetery.
Lo so già, lo so già.
That was the right thing to do.
Ok, possiamo saltare? No. Ok, niente, come non detto. Anzi, possiamo approfittare per dirgli che uno dei novizi ha nascosto le chiavi in una crepa.
Has there been a knight to Kingsbridge recently?
Ma no.
Milius,
I don't know if he was a knight.
He was put to
Ancora
rest in the
sbagliato.
cemetery.
The cemetery. That was the right thing to do.
Aspettate, ho sbagliato.
I shouldn't get others involved before I've found the keys. Maybe they aren't there after all.
Ah, niente, come non detto. Niente, andiamo. Dove devo andare? Devo fare. Ah, si può entrare? No. Andiamo di nuovo di qua, non so.
We come together here. The pilgrims donate. So do the nobles.
I see. A temple to feed the temple.
Yes.
We must take good
I shouldn't
care.
get others involved before
And our
I've found the
cathedral.
keys. Maybe they aren't there after all.
We must.
Ah, no, questi non sanno niente, quindi in una crepa. Sala capitolare. Ah no, qua è sentiero verso il cimitero. Ma andiamo qua un attimo. Ci siamo già andati, ma magari c'è una crepa che non ho
What we
visto.
have to ask ourselves is,
Ah, ecco, c'è
can our
qualcuno.
Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
All Kingsbridge needs is faith and hard work.
Philip of Gwynedd. I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
I'm afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
I beg your forgiveness. I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James passed.
You should know better. I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No. If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Let us continue this conversation later.
Of course. There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Allora, un altro buco nell'acqua perché questi qua non sanno praticamente nulla. Ok, e la crepa non la vedo, continuo a non vederla. Quindi andiamo avanti.
There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
Il coro sembra distratto.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
Perché?
It's Adolphus.
Adolfo.
There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard
Fantasma.
him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
Oddio, cosa dobbiamo fare? Andare nella cripta?
Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Oddio, allora.
Yes, I'm sure.
Qua c'è ancora Francis. Cripta di San Adolfo. Adesso andiamo, però prima guardiamo qua. Il trono del vescovo. Si sono messi a cantare.
Cathedra,
senti.
it is not for me to take that seat.
Qua c'è una crepa. Ah no. Così. Crepa nel muro, eccola.
The novice said he hid the keys in here.
Trovate.
They're here. I have them.
Yeah. Le chiavi di Cuthbert aprono quasi tutte le porte e cancelli di questo priorato. Ok.
This really did steal Cuthbert's keys.
Adolfo. Allora, parliamo un attimo con Francis.
Silence!
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I heard it. I knew I could rely on you.
Allora, direi di andare quindi nella cripta di Sant'Adolfo. E vediamo un po' se c'è qualcosa di strano. Chiuso. Qui riposa Adolfo finché non risorgerà alla fine dei giorni. Va bene.
Locked.
È chiusa. Però ha la chiave che apre quasi tutto, quindi dovrebbe aprire. Sì. Allora, bene. Quindi qua cosa c'è? Non vedo. Se mi guardo intorno i miei occhi si abitueranno. Mi sento osservato. Bene.
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid.
Insomma. Ah. Si vede qualcosina. C'è niente. Qui cosa c'è? No, niente. Non vedo.
These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Thought so. Nothing here.
Qua. Le spoglie di San Adolfo.
Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him. Nothing here.
C'è nulla.
The saint rests in peace.
Allora, qui cosa c'è? Qui.
Hello?
Oddio, c'è qualcosa che si muove. Oh cavoli. Cos'è quella roba lì? C'è qualcosa lassù, oh signore? Cos'è?
What
Oh mio
is that?
Dio. Ma che è? Strano essere, effettivamente. Cos'è quella? Grande come un bambino. Ma volava.
What is that? It's the size of a child.
Effettivamente dal...
Hello?
Ah, è un... È tipo
An owl.
un gufo.
Just an owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them. The brothers did hear something after all.
Ok, vediamo un po'. Se posso fare altro qua. No. Sarcofago qua. Niente, andiamo. Torniamo dai frati là.
you sure you heard something?
Yes, I'm sure.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Ok. E mo dove vado? Qua si può andare? No. Andai di nuovo in cucina. Proviamo a vedere. Il problema è che qua non si capisce niente. Cioè, sempre gli stessi alla fine. Non è che... Vado a buttare la chiave a quello. E poi penso che dovrò andare verso il capanno del pedaggio, mi sa, perché di là non sono più andata. Quindi qui cosa c'è? Pietre calde. Chiavi. Diamogliele.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
Ok. Me ne vado.
Ah, wonderful.
I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, and you'll keep warm.
Oh? Ouch!
Careful, they're hot.
Vabbè. Andiamo. Proviamo ad andare lì. Ecco, vedi. C'è il tizio qua, Paul dovrebbe essere. Vediamo se sa qualcosa lui. Sta congelando.
Brother Paul? Philip.
Ouch.
Facciamo prima gentili, chiediamo
What's wrong with your
questo.
foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish, and those that he has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to Remigius, will you? If he thinks I've been complaining, he'll be displeased.
Ok, chiediamo del
Have you heard about a
cavaliere.
knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers.
Fantastico.
James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
E mi puzza un po' come
Sometimes
cosa.
I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here. Philip, maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Il cavaliere di Francis aveva una lettera con sé, probabilmente nella casa del priore. Allora, io posso dargli... Ah no, la pietra non ce l'ho però, pensavo di sì. Niente. Impedisci che i documenti vengano bruciati. No, andiamo di qua. La casa del priore dov'è? Però la casa del priore dov'è? Allora aspetta, c'avevo la mappa, no? Non posso vederla la mappa. Boh, vabbè. Il chiostro. Casa del priore, eccola qua.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius, I'm sorry I interrupted your
Mi
service.
sta antipatico, c'ha una
You mean
faccia.
Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes. I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this, hmm? Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Chiediamo del demonio, vediamo.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. We may never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
Sì. Ma risponde ad altre cose. Chiedi di vedere i documenti.
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the Mother House. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
The state of this priory...
The state of this priory is the concern of the Prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not. Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
Il sacrista deve organizzare una riunione capitolare per salvare i documenti del priore James.
If you really want to be of help, look for Brother Cuthbert's keys. He's getting old.
Lo trovate?
Misplacing them all the time.
Mi pare.
Brother Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh. Talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Spia?
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me.
Dobbiamo andare, penso, là dove c'è... Proviamo ad andare qua da Francis. Quelli cantano ancora. Va bene. Possiamo dargli la lettera?
The letter is probably in the prior's room.
Ah.
But the sub-prior is going to burn all of James's documents. Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt. And without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Allora, proviamo a dirglielo a questi.
There will be a chapter meeting in a few minutes.
Oh yes, we will be there. Thank you for letting us know.
Ok, e loro ci sono. Forniamo anche loro in cucina.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
You convinced Andrew? Miracles do happen. We will be there. You have our support.
There will be a chapter meeting today.
Excellent. I can't wait to see you and Remigius quarrel.
Brother Cuthbert?
Do not worry. We are on your side.
Bene. Dovrei andare adesso dentro la cattedrale proprio. Avvisare i monaci, i frati del coro.
Brother Andrew has arranged a meeting.
Yes, please go ahead. We will be there in a few minutes.
Ok. Diciamoglielo anche a Francis.
The sacrist agreed to a meeting today. That way I might be able to get the letter you were looking for.
Good thinking, Philip. I will attend, of course.
Ok. Devo avvisarli quelli al cimitero, mi sa di sì. Andiamo là. Siamo anche lui e quelli lì.
Brother Arnaldus, there's a chapter meeting today.
Today, I'll be there. Wouldn't miss that.
A waste of time.
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
No, niente, non devo dirglielo allora. No, mi manca Paul.
There will be a chapter meeting soon.
Ah, thank you for letting me know, Philip. Ah, my foot.
It's too cold for you here.
Ok. Ok, il completo, quindi suppongo che li ho avvisati tutti.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should find time now. Are you ready for the chapter meeting, Brother Philip? If you have any other business to take care of in Kingsbridge, do it now. The meeting could take a long time.
The chapter meeting is more important.
And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honored. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him.
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers,
let him speak.
Brothers, please. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh, heavens.
hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Yes.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then.
But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is?
May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. I have taken offense to Philip's words myself today. Sometimes Brother Philip ought to temper his words, but there is always truth in them.
Ecco.
Yes. Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
If the Lord tested James, then he is testing all of us. I trust the Lord, so did James, and so should all of you. He was misguided when he walked onto the ice that night, as he was misguided in his last wish. Whatever or whoever misguided him.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
Poverino.
But did he do anything besides talk?
No.
So he did nothing to soothe your pain. He had only warm words.
Very well, Philip. But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of course. I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
Questo qua.
What are you saying,
Non lo
Brother
sopporto.
Remigius?
This is not about James. It is about him. He wants to be prior.
Sì, proprio.
No. I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
Ah, bene.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously, my choice.
Excellent choice.
What about Remigius?
That's surprising.
Great idea, Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Oh, cavolo.
Thank you for your kind offer. But we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Appunti di Francis, rivalità per il trono, parte 2. Appunti di Francis sul defunto re Enrico, l'imperatrice Matilde e re Stefano, parte 2. Il nostro nuovo re Stefano è sostenuto da molti dei nostri nobili normanni e persino dalla Chiesa. Suo fratello minore Harry è il vescovo di Winchester e uno dei preti più importanti di tutta l'Inghilterra. Ha fatto giurare a Stefano di riservare del potere alla Chiesa che ha avuto molta poca influenza negli affari politici. Non va.
Now, let us look for the letter.
Non me lo fa leggere. Ora cerchiamo quella lettera. Ah, qui mettiamo a leggere perché ok. Ha fatto giurare a Stefano di riservare il potere alla Chiesa, che ha avuto molta poca influenza negli affari politici sotto il regno di re Enrico. Un bel giorno per la Chiesa e per noi. Il problema è che il mio signore conte Robert di Gloucester è uno dei bastardi del re. Egli vuole vedere la sua sorellastra Matilde sul trono, convinto del fatto che lei si affiderebbe alla sua guida e consiglio durante il suo regno. Il principale alleato di Robert è il conte di Shiring, Bartolomeo, un uomo devoto al re che aveva giurato di proteggere la discendenza di re Enrico. Nel nome dell'imperatrice Matilde, i conti di Shiring e Gloucester hanno organizzato una ribellione contro re Stefano. Tra non molto sarà guerra. Ok, cerchiamo questa lettera. Fogli di pergamena vuoti, d'ore di muffa.
James spent much time writing in the last 10 years. Instead of a prior, he became more of a recluse.
That is what you monks do, isn't it?
It used to be.
Una Bibbia.
Francis, I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, "Fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand?" The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Lettera. Leggiamo. Lettera datata 18 dicembre 1135. Robert di Gloucester. Scegli il giorno e saremo pronti a spargere sangue nel nome dell'imperatrice Matilde. Io e i miei vassalli cavalcheremo contro Stefano di Blois. Scateneremo l'inferno, anche se non abbiamo iniziato noi la guerra. È stato Stefano a farlo nel giorno in cui ha tradito la figlia di re Enrico. L'ha tradita nel giorno in cui ha usurpato il suo trono, e così coloro che gli hanno giurato fedeltà. Bartolomeo, conte di Shiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The Church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the Church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the Church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Do you really think the bishop will help?
Tell him you found the letter by coincidence.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Allora, finito anche questo capitolo, penso. Cosa hai fatto? Hai aiutato Francis a smascherare una cospirazione contro il re? Sei stato nominato per diventare priore di Kingsbridge? Hai accettato di incontrare il vescovo? Hai denunciato fratello Marcus, il ladro? Sapevi del malanno di fratello Paul, ma non hai fatto nulla per lenire il suo dolore. Come dovevo fare, scusate. Emilius continua a disprezzarti. Vabbè, ok. Hai trovato delle noci di faggio per il giardino di Emilius. Ok. Primo capitolo andato. E direi che anche per questo episodio è tutto. Ciao a tutti.